Alright folks, we're going to go ahead and get the show on the road. Welcome back to another video right here on my Twitch live streaming channel. If you guys are watching me on Twitch, DZPalomino, where you're pretty much watching the early access before the rerun is available on YouTube. If you're watching me on YouTube, this is the rerun. Where, also DZPalomino, where we are back with playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Millionaire. And this will be playlist episode number 5. Alright folks, for this episode of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, pretty much we're going to have to change things up a bit because we've actually ran out of locations to pretty much make each unique location every time we tackle back with playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. So we're going to pretty much end up having revisit some of the locations, but with a certain twist. And as you can see right there, it is going to be the events that we're going to start tackling. And for this episode, we are tackling the space race. The space race. Dust off your spacesuit. It's time for a space race. Collect satellites in any stage and inside mystery boxes to earn great rewards. Can you reach the finish line? Well, the finish line, folks, as you can see right here, it will start right at the bottom where I'm at right now, 0, next, all the way to Earth, and then to what used to be the planet Pluto. All right, with the space race, folks, let's go ahead and get the show on the road, shall we? And tackle some trivia. If you guys want support, links are at the bottom of your screen. Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. Sponsor also available at the top of the screen. Ember with the invitation code, where we could be virtual business, Bitcoin mining business partners. Tongue twister. Mine Bitcoin, mine Satoshi, 24/7, 365. And without further ado, let's go ahead and play, folks. Space race. Let's switch it up a bit. So for attempt number 1, let's revisit New York. And instead of gambling some diamonds, we'll gamble some coins. Other way around. Instead of gambling some coins, we're going to gamble some diamonds. Alrighty, folks. For 20 diamonds, let's go to New York. Alrighty, folks. For attempt number 1 in New York, the $500 question is: if you had a CD in your home, you would have a compact disc dishwasher daffodil dog. Come on, don't make it too easy, folks. In which rom-com of the 1950s did Marilyn Monroe play a character simply called the Girl? The 5-day scratch, the 4-month rash, the 2-week sting, the 7-year itch. Okay. Make it interesting, why don't you? Alright. Dang. I don't want to call this one early. The 7-year itch. Alright. Which of these is someone who assists at a baby's birth? Part wife, bit wife, midwife, semi-wife. Lancelot of the Lake is associated with which legendary figure? Robin Hood, Paul Bunyan, Pied Piper of Hamelin, King Arthur. For the $5,000 question, what sort of food is chowder? Soup, bread, cake, pie. Oh wow, and the other opponent got it incorrect. Interesting. Alrighty, folks. For the next question, for $7,500, is: complete the name of U.S. pop music star Britney what? Hammers, claws, spears, arrows. For $10,000, Cookie Monster is a regular part of which children's TV show? Adventure Time, Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, The Teletubbies, Sesame Street. Sissone is the last name of which singer? Cher, Bjork, Enya, Madonna. Ooh. That I am actually not 100% familiar. Never thought I would actually do this, but I'm going to ask the audience on this one. But if I had to guess, it had to be A, Cher. No, D, Madonna. And only 59% of the audience is sure of this answer. Wow. For $15,000, in which environment would an octopus be most likely to be found? In the sky, on dry land, in space, underwater? Come on, guys. $15,000. Who are you trying to kid here? Alrighty, folks. For $25,000, the country of Togo is on which continent? Ooh. Australia, Asia, Africa, South America. Togo, huh? I'm going to risk it, but I'm going to need that 50-50 first. So just analyzing the verbiage, I don't think it's Australia. I actually think it's going to be the continent Africa. Yes. Whew! With only one lifeline left, the $50,000 question is: what is the Japanese phenomenon of Sudoku? Sushi, martial art, number puzzle, poem? Well, the $100,000 question. The world's population passed which landmark figure in 1999? 6 billion, 6 trillion, 60 billion, 60 million. The world population, huh? High confidence it's 6 billion. I really don't think, yeah, we're not there yet on B, C, or D. D, I really think we're past that. 60 million. So I'm going to say 6 billion. A. Woohoo! For the $250,000 question, according to the Christmas Carol, who looked out on the feast of Stephen? Oh! Santa Claus, King Wenceslas, Saint Nicholas, Rudolph. Oh shoot. Look out for, on the feast for Stephen. Oh boy, I am not certain at all. I don't even have any confidence in any of these answers. If I had to guess, D, Rudolph, and I'm going to use my last laugh line. Oh. With which 1980s world leader is the word perestroika most associated? What the heck? A, Mikhail Gorbachev, Ronald Reagan, Helmut Kohl, Margaret Thatcher. Oh my goodness. For the $250,000 question, I don't know the answer. But if I had to guess, it's going to be Ronald Reagan, and I'm going to pass. No, it is not. That was super interesting, folks. Walking away with $100,000. Alrighty, folks. Attempt number 2. Alrighty, folks. Back with cologne for the $500 question is: what are shoes without laces worn around the house called? Shoes without laces: trippers, slippers, gliders, sliders. I love me some sliders. Alright. Which part of a car are designed to absorb impact? Crystal zones, crumple zones, candle zones, cable zones. What the heck? Not familiar with this verbiage. Dang. You know what? I hate using the early one. B. Crumple zones. At least I would like to think there's much more professional verbiage attached to with this kind of question, but alright. Which of these is a small, usually non-speaking role in a dramatic production? Sprint on, run on, jog on, walk on. Whoa. Non-speaking role in a dramatic production. I think just analyzing that verbiage, it's going to be D as in Delta, walk on. Okay. For $3,000, what name is given to the bright racing cloths, clothes worn by jockeys? Linens, denims, woolens, silks. What name is given by the bright racing cloths? Dang. I like to say I lean a lot towards linens, but I'm actually not 100% certain. It's 50-50, shall we? No, it is not. Well, I really don't think it's silks when it's pertained to jockeys, so woolens. No, that was horrible. Silks. And I have lost. Alrighty, folks. We're going to try that one more time. Attempt number 3 in Cologne, Germany. The $500 question is, what is the name of the seat often fixed to a horse's back? Saddle, waddle, rattle, paddle. I wonder what's the answer. Who is not one of Homer and Marge's children in The Simpsons? Maggie, Lisa, Bart, Nelson. Okay. You're kidding me, right? The other opponent got it incorrect? No comment. Alrighty, folks. Now we just pretty much climb as high as possible. The $2,000 question is, who were Fleagle, Snorky, Bingo, and Drooper? The Powerpuff Girls, the Banana Splits, the Teletubbies, the Animaniacs. Well, for certain, I don't think it's the Powerpuff Girls or the Teletubbies. I'm leaning a lot more towards the Animaniacs because I never heard of a show called the Banana Splits. And I'm going to risk it. Shall we? Oh, wow. No way. Oh, doing horribly in Cologne. Oh, boy, boy, boy. The correct answer, folks, is the Banana Splits. Wow. Alrighty, folks. 3, 2, 1. Well, with only 100 diamonds left, I don't think I'm going to be able to use all the lifelines to climb all the way to the top. Well, so far, ever since the start of this playlist series, I have not won $1 million yet. Wah wah. But we'll see what questions we'll tackle. For the $500 question, in Sydney, Australia, is the Yankees and the Mets are the two main Major League Baseball teams of which city? Dallas, Chicago, LA, New York. Founded in London in 1766, which is the world's oldest fine art auction house? Christie's, Conan Doyle's, James Vines. Ooh. I'm not that familiar when it comes to art auctions. So I'm going to ask an expert. Hey, Abe Lincoln. Good old Abe Lincoln helping me out. Christie's. For $2,000, complete this line from Shakespeare's Hamlet. To be or not to be. That is the thing, question, snag, problem. I'm leaning a lot more towards question. Oh man. Shame on me for not watching Hamlet. All right, but confidence is decent with the question. Let's do it. Yes. For $3,000, in which sport would players form a scrum? Golf, tennis, rugby, discus throwing. I am not that familiar with the verbiage scrum or scrum. Yeah. But let's go ahead and 50-50 and see where it takes us. Yeah, I don't see that verbiage applying to golf. So, rugby. Yes. For $5,000, which of these countries is not in Europe? India, Portugal, Poland, Romania. For $7,500, which of these items would normally be sold by a haberdasher? What's a haberdasher? Oh my goodness. Bread, bed, lead, thread. Haberdasher. Oh. No, don't really want to use my final lifeline because I'm short on diamonds. But I'm not going to find out the answer for this one, so if I had to guess, it's going to be bread. Which of these words mean the formal resignation of a king or queen? Ooh. Ablation, abdication, aberration, absolution. Whoa. Well, I'm still on the same level with the opponent right now, so I have to take a guess, but I'm going to go with abdication. And I don't have a choice. Let's do it. Yes! Oh, the other opponent got it incorrect. Alrighty, folks. For $10,000, the question is, in the nursery rhyme, how many fiddlers did Old King Cole have? Ah, oh, crime and nellies. 3, 1, 4, 2. How many fiddlers? Ah, I am not familiar with this nursery rhyme. Old King Cole, huh? Oh boy. If I had to guess, it's going to be 3. And I'm going to pass. It was! Oh! Alrighty, folks, that's gonna end it for me right there. Let's take a look real quick. What progress are we on the space race? Ha! Leveled up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's where the progress hits right now, folks. Woo! That was a lot of fun. Alrighty, folks. That's going to end it for me from right there. Don't forget to subscribe on my Twitch or YouTube channel, or both. You can go for both. You can't stick with, don't have to necessarily stick with just one. And I will see you guys in the next game show. See you later, folks.